I need to tell someone what I did, and you're going to think I'm terrible, but there's something about my ex-husband's body that nobody understands. I compared him to my gym trainer's body. He joined a different gym and filed for separation. That sounds shallow, I know. Everyone thinks I'm the villain in this story, and maybe I am, but the truth is more messed up than you can imagine. The worst part about what happened isn't what you think. It's something I've never told anyone, and it changes everything. I need to tell you everything, including why I kept a spreadsheet of both their measurements. And the part that makes me look worst, I'm saving that for the end, because you need to understand how we got here first. It started with good intentions, I swear. My husband Daniel had been working from home for 2 years, and the weight had crept on slowly, 40 pounds. I noticed because I love his body, or loved it, in that deep way you know every curve and line. When he asked me to help him get healthy, I suggested we join a gym together. My trainer Marcus had transformed my body in 6 months, so I booked Daniel a session with him too. Here's what I haven't told anyone yet. The first time Marcus trained Daniel, I watched them in the mirror while pretending to stretch. Marcus moved with this effortless grace, demonstrating squats in his fitted black shirt. Daniel struggled through 5 reps, his face red, breathing heavy. Something twisted in my stomach, but I told myself it was just concern for my husband. I thought I was being helpful when I started meal prepping Daniel's lunches. Chicken breast, broccoli, brown rice, the same thing every day. When he wanted pizza on Friday nights, I'd remind him about his goals. I'd send him Instagram posts about transformation stories. Look at this guy, I'd say. He lost 50 pounds in 4 months. You could do this. But that's not even the worst part. After Daniel's first month, he'd lost maybe 5 pounds. Marcus showed me his own before and after photos from 3 years ago. He'd been overweight too. Some people take longer, he told me. Your husband's trying. I nodded, but inside I felt this weird disappointment that Daniel wasn't progressing faster. Everyone was trying to warn me about something, but I couldn't see what they meant. My sister said, "You're being too hard on him." My best friend told me, love isn't about looks. But I'd stand in our bathroom, comparing Daniel's soft stomach to Marcus's defined abs, and feel this pressure building in my chest. The night everything changed, Daniel asked me to take progress photos. He stood in his boxers, trying to flex. His arms trembled holding the pose. I snapped the picture, then without thinking, pulled up Marcus's Instagram on my phone. "Look," I said, "this is what 12 weeks of training can do." Daniel's face fell. That should have stopped me, but instead I kept going. "Your form is still wrong on everything. Marcus says you're not pushing yourself." I felt so smart about fitness that I completely missed the crucial detail. Daniel stopped wanting to have sex. He started working late. He'd come home from the gym looking defeated instead of energized. But I was too obsessed with his transformation to see that he was pulling away from me. Then came the day I'll regret forever. Daniel was showering after his workout when Marcus pulled me aside. "I need to be honest," he said. "Your husband asked to switch trainers. He said working with me makes him feel inadequate." Marcus paused. "He also said you've been comparing him to me constantly. Is that true?" My face burned. I wanted to lie, but I couldn't. "I just want him to succeed," I whispered. That's when Marcus said something that destroyed me. "You know I have a girlfriend, right? And you're married? The way you look at me makes me uncomfortable." Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, I went home to find Daniel packing a bag. He wouldn't meet my eyes. "I'm staying at Mike's tonight," he said. "We need space." I thought he meant space from the gym, from Marcus. I actually felt relieved. Now he could focus on his fitness without comparison. The next day, I discovered he'd joined a different gym across town. His text was simple. "I need to do this my way, on my timeline. I can't be your project anymore." I should have been relieved, but instead I felt panic. Who would track his workouts? Who would make sure he was doing it right? Everyone thinks social media ruined us, but the real problem started before that. While I was posting supportive wife memes about fitness journeys, I was privately messaging Marcus about Daniel's progress. I'd send screenshots of Daniel's food diary, asking for advice. "He's still eating too much," I'd write. "Can you push him harder?" 2 weeks later, Daniel came to collect more clothes. He'd lost 10 pounds without my monitoring him. I should have been proud, but instead I felt this weird jealousy that he'd succeeded without my help. I'm doing it, he said quietly, but not for you, for me. Those words hit me harder than if he'd screamed. Remember what I said about keeping a spreadsheet? Here's the truth. I tracked both their measurements daily. Marcus's, waist, chest, biceps. Daniel's too. I made graphs comparing the ratios. I told myself it was motivation. Really, I was creating this impossible standard that Daniel could never meet because Marcus had been training for years. The real reason I'm telling you this is because yesterday I got served with separation papers. Daniel's lost 30 pounds now. He looks amazing. I saw him at the grocery store, and he walked right past me like I was a stranger. He's dating someone from his new gym, someone who met him where he was, instead of trying to mold him into something else. Now, 6 months later, here's where things stand. I'm still going to the same gym, still working with Marcus, though our sessions feel hollow. I achieved my fitness goals, but I lost my marriage. I know this makes me sound shallow and controlling, but you don't understand how much I loved Daniel. I just expressed it in the most messed up way possible. The worst part, the thing I've never admitted, I wasn't just comparing their bodies. I was comparing their attention toward me. Marcus would spot my form, adjust my stance, make me feel seen during workouts. Daniel was pulling away emotionally, and I used fitness as a way to try to control him, to make him into someone who'd look at me the way Marcus did. So yes, everyone can call me shallow. I compared my husband to another man and destroyed our marriage. But the real comparison wasn't about muscles or weight loss. It was about feeling desired, feeling important to someone. And instead of addressing the distance between Daniel and me, I tried to sculpt him into someone who'd never leave. I joined the gym to save my marriage and accidentally killed it instead. Daniel, if you ever read this, I'm sorry I made you feel like you weren't enough. You were always enough. I was the one who needed to change.